And what is up, my Magic Malcontents? Risen Dragon here with yet another fun deck tech for you. It's been a while, but with the new set coming in and with Standard, kind of going its course towards the end of the last season, I kind of felt like, yeah, let's take a break from making the content and wait for the new cards to come out. And I'm so glad that I did, because this is a really fun deck. And today we're going to look at an Azorius Knights build, and with March of the Machines, aka Mom, we're getting some really cool stuff. So let's get into this deck, as it is a Knight tribal themed deck. Let's start off with our 1-drops. Lay Down Arms. Yep, this is a good little spot removal. I don't like the 3 life, but hey, you gotta take what you get, right? We are running 3 copies of Syncopate, so there is a little bit of a control flair to this. Not really, but there is. Alright, we're playing just enough of these removal spells and counter spells so that we can keep our opponent honest, so to speak. And now we get into the Knights. We get Knight of Dawn's Light. It is a first striker. Now we're not running a ton of life gain. We're not running any life gain. But that's really not what gets me with this deck. Is that if you have if you have 1 in a white open, you can pump this kid. You can pump up Knight of Dawn's Light. You absolutely can, and it's a really good card to have. It's actually won me a few games because people don't read the card. We have Swordsworn Cavalier, a common, but it has first strike as long as another knight entered the battlefield under your control this turn. Pretty cool card. Marshal of Zhalfir. This is one where other knights you control get +1/+1, and we can tap a white and a blue and tap the Marshal of Zhalfir, and we can tap another target creature. Really good card to have. So we get, again, a little bit of that control stuff. We are running a battle. We're running battle cards. Okay, and battle's actually kind of a cool concept. I kind of like it. Adds a little bit of flair to the game, and I recall my good friend, I think his name was Bob Gibson. I used to play with him down in Salem, New Hampshire. Gosh, 15 years ago, and he said, the thing I like about Magic is they keep finding new ideas, they keep finding new stuff to keep it fresh. And the battle, I was initially skeptical, but I'm like, hey, these can actually work. We are running 3 copies of Invasion of New Phyrexia. When it enters the battlefield, create X 2/2 white and blue knight creature tokens with vigilance, and when it gets defeated, it transforms into Teferi, Akosa of Zhalfir. Basically, it's +1. You can draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. You get an emblem with there's -2. With knights you control, get +1/+0 and have ward 1, or it's -3. Tap X, untap creatures you control. When you do, shuffle target non-land permanent and opponent controls with mana value X or less into its owner's library. Pretty cool card to have. We're also running 3 Invasion of Belenon. When it enters the battlefield, again, it creates a 2/2 knight token, white and blue knight token, and when it transforms, we get creatures you control get +1/+1. Okay, see where we're going with this? We're also running Adeline. We gotta run Adeline. If you don't know what this card does already, well, you're beyond my help, but that's okay. When it enters the battlefield, its power is equal to the number of creatures you control, and whenever you attack for each opponent, create a 1/1 human creature token that's tapped and attacking that player or planeswalker they control. Notice it's not a battle. You cannot send these humans into to fight a battle. Also, it has vigilance. We're also running In the Trenches. It can get +1/+1. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Plus, we can exile target non-land permanent you don't control until it leaves the battlefield, and you can activate it only as a sorcery and only once. We're also running Invasion of Xerix. When it enters the battlefield, return up to 1 target creature to its owner's hand, and then it becomes Vertex Paladin when it is defeated, and its power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. So that's another cool card to have. We're also running 3 copies of Knight Errant Eos. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 target creatures with mana value X or less from them, where X is the number of creatures that convoked Knight Errant of Eos. Put the revealed cards into your hand and then shuffle. Pretty cool card to have. We're running a bunch of our 2 of our legendary lands, a Ganjo running 2 Otawaras. We're also running a Rafine's Tower and a Spar's Headquarters just to gain some cycling for our sideboard. We're running 3 Loren's Escape. We're running 2 Invasion of Gobakhan. This one could actually be a This one could actually be a main board one. And if you put that in place of Invasion of Xerix, it might work a little bit better. We're running 3 copies of it, actually. Enduring Angel, we have Hexproof. And it's just a really fun card to have. Running 3 Make Disappears, running 1 more copy of Syncopate, and we're running 3 copies of White Sun's Twilight, just in case we come up against some major creature builds. So there you go. There's your deck. This is an Azorius Knights build. I'm calling it the Knights in Shining Armor. If you're new to my channel, we do a best of 1, and then we do a best of 3, just so you can see how the deck functions in both of those environments. So without further ado, let's get to the Knights in Shining Armor games. We're against Kempa 80 for our best of 1 matchup. This is not a good opening hand. That's better. Ship that. Now, do we reveal our... Alright, Commune with Spirits, okay. Enchantment or land, so are we dealing with a land? Not a land. Dealing with an enchantment build? That'd be old school from like Kamigawa rotation enchantment stuff. Okay, we could be. Alright, well, let's reveal our side. Another Commune with Spirits. So they might be fishing for land here. They do play the revealed card. Okay. So let's go with the Swordsworn Cavalier. So we might be able to get something out of that. Okay, Jukai Naturalist, okay. So, let's do this. Let's put down Adeline. They gain first strike. They'll gain some life. Or not, they just take it, okay. So I'm guessing they've got some sort of prison here. Yep. Okay. Adeline goes bye-bye. That's okay. Okay. Alrighty, well, let's do this. Let's do Swordsworn. Master of Shalfir. Swing. Hopefully we get a big enough board that they're going to have to kind of just deal with stuff. I'm hoping that that's what happens. Although I have a feeling that that's coming down. Yeah, okay. And you can't do much else. So here's what we do. I think we do this. Invasion of Xerix. Throw that away. Let's have you go here, you go here, you go here, you go here, and you go here. Big damage! There it is. Alright, cool. Yeah, we'll cast that. Wonk. Right there. Sweet. Okay. That's a 6/6 flyer. That's a lot of damage coming in. And especially if they do this, they can do that. And where's my ossification? Oh, Restoration of a Ganju. Okay, cool. Basic land. And they'll cast that. And they'll probably have an... Oh, they didn't have an ossification. Okay. So. Here's what we do. Let's just put this down. And let's just swing. They didn't even block. Alright. Let's go to the best of 3. Alright. We're against Idyllian for our best of 3 matchup. They are, looks like a low-rated silver. Oh, this one's tough. I think I do keep it, because we do have plays. So... we do have plays, so I think we can make this work. Are we against Grixis? I say Grixis again because with the best of 3, the first best of 3 I played, we were against Grixis. Oh no, Jeskai. Maybe? Or one of those... Let's do Swordsworn Cavalier, just... alright, there we go. Zap that. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. So they do that. Okay. Need that 3rd land drop. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Doo-da-doo-da. I really wish you'd give me another land here, kid. But that's okay. We will figure something out. Boom. Okay. See what they do here. Okay, they discarded 2 lands. So, land flooded, maybe? Okay, they're just gonna do that. I'm gonna say block. So that means more than likely they've got non-staring military. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. Let's go Adeline. Or not. Do you have a counter spell? Yeah, I forgot the token was there. That's okay. Because what we can do is we can just ease... Oh, jeez. Yeah, because we can just easily bust out. Yeah, we're not going to attack. We can easily just bust out another Adeline, if that be the case. Though I'm guessing you're probably going to be playing some sort of... Oh, Keeker Jeekers? No. Okay, so you're going to zap that. Okay, cool. Oof. This is a rough deck. Well, I think we just take that. And I think we're going to move on to the second match here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take out Invasion of Xerix, because this is just useless. And what we're going to do is... And you might be saying, well, if it's useless, why do you put it in your deck? Well, you put it in the deck because if you're against that... if you're against a deck where you can bounce stuff, and it's beneficial to do that, I think that's a little bit better than the mass removal, because if you have mass removal in your deck and you're not running... and you're running like against a control build, then it can become a little more problematic. Now, yes, White Sun's Twilight does have that flexibility of giving you Phyrexian Might creatures, but it's just I don't know. Like, some would argue that yeah, it's better in the deck, but I think it's a better sideboard card. And the Xerix one is a bit more flexible because you get a larger creature in the end. So let's see about the second match and see how we do. Going 3-1 with this deck today would be kind of cool, but that's not what I'm looking for. That's a little bit better. Let's do this. Let's ship the planes, and then let's just do... They know we're playing... They know we're playing that, so we're just going to do that. Put a Swordsworn Cavalier down. They'll bolt that or something. Voltage Surge it, yeah. Or not. No, I think we just swing. I think we just swing. And we're going to pass the turn. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we got to play around the counters a little bit. So I think we just pass the turn. Because here's the thing, if we throw down an Adeline, it's going to be... Oh, yeah, okay. It's like a Jeskai Spells build. And they're holding up 2 blue mana, so I'm just going to say no, we're gonna let that slide. Okay, they haven't found the white mana yet, so... Let's just dork this. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna let that go right there. And we can pump it up if need be. Mm-hmm. But now do they have another Abrade? Or another spell like this? I mean, yes, they've tapped me out, and that was probably a stupid play on my part. I should have let them. The way I look at it is they... Okay, so the way I look at it, they basically just kind of wasted a card there, but... Arcane Proxy, huh? So I'm just gonna get killed anyways. So it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna get... Yeah, they're just gonna do that. That's alright. We'll figure it out. Okay, well, what do they have? Okay, third path Iconoclast. Alright, so here's what we can do. Can we sweep the board? Yeah, let's sweep the board. Boom. There it is. Okay. So that's that. That's pretty cool. Do they ever burn down the house? No. Let's swing in. So this will give us an opportunity to... Okay, they're just going to bounce that. Okay, cool. Now we put down Adeline. And all is hunky-dory. For now. Interesting. Okay. Do I tap into that? I don't think I want to do that quite yet. Oh, wow. Alright, well. Sure. So let's just put this down. We don't even have to convoke that. You don't even have to convoke that. I think we're good there. And if they don't get a creature down, or if they don't... Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So putting in the White Sun's Twilight, I think, definitely helped. For sure. It made us deal with that. Also, I'm not sold on Swordsworn Cavalier. I think it's just in there because it's a knight. But at the same time, I mean, a first striker that becomes a 3/1 first striker, certainly that can be... You know, that can be a good one. So, all right. Well, we're at least gonna have a 500 record with this deck. I don't mind playing the losses. I'm not one of those streamers that's gonna show you wins all the time. I mean, if there's definitely a way that we can do it, this is actually a pretty good keep right here. If there's a way we can do it, put down Deserted Beach first. Put that down first, and then we put down the Knight, and then we put down Marshall. Marshall. My kid watches way too much Paw Patrol. That's okay, though. Paw Patrol's a pretty cool show. Down the Night of Dawn's Light. Mabel of the Mirror Breaker, do-da, do-da. Mabel of the Mirror Breaker, do-da-dee. I think... No, we're gonna go with this. And I'm not even gonna attack. I'm not gonna attack. Because I want to get ahead of that. And now watch, they'll have an Abrade, and it's going to be pointless anyways. So yeah, that's exactly what they found. They found their Abrade. And that's okay. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Oh, Stoke the Flames, huh? How about that? Alright, cool. Interesting. Okay. No worries there. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. Do this. Okay. No, just figuring out. Yeah, Voltage Surge. Okay, so they'll dink that, and then they'll probably take the Knight of Dawn's Light next. You can't activate that yet. It does not have haste, sir. Sir, you cannot do that. Okay, we get another one of those. Cool. Fun stuff. And another Stoke the Flames. Alright, well, you're running yourself low on cards, and I'm going to be kind of okay with that. Because right now, that's going to come down. That's a 5/5. Alright, whatever. So... Okay, and they just draw into new stuff. Okay. So they'll make some copies here. They'll get a ton of mana. Swinging for a little bit of damage here. And they'll get a bunch of tokens too, so. And they'll hit me. Yep. Okay. So that happened. Alright. And we're drawn into that. Okay. So I think what we do is this. I think we're going to... We need one more land to do a board sweep. So I think we're just going to take that. At least it'll save us from more Keeker-Jeeker nonsense. But they have a ton of mana that they can use. So... You know what? Let's see about drawing a counter out of him, maybe. Yep, there it is. Okay. Sure. Alright. Really? I mean, do you have something that's going to take out enchantments, kid? Probably not, but that's alright. Came into play tapped. That blocker's not going to do us anything. These can't block, so I think we're dead. We are pretty dead. But, get to see what this deck can do. And do you have anything that hits me in the face? That's the next question. No, you do not. Let's try it. Oh, we did end up getting that. Alright. Well then. Monastery Mentor. And now we get all these fun little tricks up our sleeve, don't we? Let's try this. I can probably counter that. And you know what? Because we're going to... Because you're going to die anyways, we're going to try this. That'll get countered. No, they didn't counter it. Alright, fun. So now... Let's do this. Let's do one there. One there. No. Cancel attacks. We do one here, and that. Now here, here, here. Okay. Wasting a Ganjo on tokens. Okay. Okay. This is why you never give up. I almost quit this game. And now you can see kind of where that line is of... Okay. Oh, really? Well then. Okay, so that comes back. Wow, they had a farewell. Really? Nice. That's cool. I think we're dead. Good game. Alright, let's go to the postmortem. Alright, so, Azorius Knights could be a thing. I think we do have to tweak a few things here with that, but play maybe more of a controlled type build. Maybe get rid of Invasion of Xerix. Also not totally sold on Swordsworn Cavalier, but... I like what this deck can do. I like the potential of it. I certainly do think that there is quite a bit of openness in this particular meta where you can play decks like this, especially at the lower levels, and get away with it. But as you saw with this deck, we can get a big board built, but you also got to bear in mind that there's some people who play farewell, and you completely forget about that, but that's all right. So if you like what you saw, if you like this deck, kind of tweak it a little bit, tell me what you come up with, send me a message, those sorts of things. But in the meantime, my magic miscreants, may all your draws be godlike, may all your spells hit the board. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy the rest of your day.